Hello, everyone. Well, we are talking about stress and anxiety, but today we want to take a technique called core strengthening. So, we want to talk about how core strengthening technique is helpful for our stress reduction, especially holidays coming up, COVID going up with Annette. Annette is truly gifted from all over the alternative medicines and natural therapies that you can think of. She is a naturopathic physician, yoga instructor, exercise specialist, as well as a movement specialist. Thank you so much for joining us, Annette.
Thank you for having me. Thank you
Uh,
so much.
Great.
All
So
right. So,
please go ahead.
well, basically, what I wanted to talk about today was um, when you have stress in your body, and most of us do, because this is a stressful time, um, it can be very degenerating to our entire body, which causes dis-ease. So we want to go the most natural approach. And in my opinion, yoga and movement always make us feel better and break the cycle of stress. And that's what we want to do. We want to break that cycle so that it doesn't spiral us out. So what I do is I practice a lot of yoga and I teach a lot of yoga, meditation, breathing, but also balance. And balance is something that we all need throughout our lives. Say if we're walking down a street and someone kind of bumps us, we don't want to fall over. We want to be able to catch ourselves. So I was going to just talk about, first of all, the technique of balance and de-stressing. And then I will demonstrate some of them. And if anyone wants to take part in the movements, please do, and feel how it feels to you. You may want to have something close by to hold on to. Because there may be one-legged poses like tree, but it's very good for the core because it allows our proprioception, all those little proprioceptors in the skin begin to realize where we are in space by doing balancing poses. Okay, so by doing those things, we become less stressed because we have more confidence within ourselves. We know we're not going to fall or fail in whatever we're attempting, and we stay calm. We remain calm. We know through breathing, which I will demonstrate also some breathing techniques that will help if you can't sleep and your mind is too busy. Anytime during work when your mind is just twirling and swirling, a simple breathing technique will help to quiet the mind. Quiet the mind, the body follows. Make sense?
Yes,
So far?
absolutely. Yes.
Any questions about what I'm talking about?
No, I think it makes sense. Yes, let's just, if you would like to demo or talk a little bit more about the core strengthening technique, I think that's great.
Okay. Well, what I will do then is I will demonstrate some of the things that one can do on their own or work with me. And I can show and make sure they're doing it correctly. That's very important, that the movement is done correctly, especially if one has issues with the back, herniated discs, scoliosis. Anything that has to do with the spine has to do with the nervous system because the nervous system runs through the spine. So what we want to do is calm the spine and the nervous system and balance the parasympathetic with the sympathetic nervous system so that we become more centered, more focused, and kind of defy the aging process, actually. So I love that. I love that. Okay. So the first thing I want to show you, and I'm going to turn slightly to the side. Can you see me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So this is what we call a sitting spinal flex, or cat-cow. So this would be cat. And when you do that, you draw the navel in. Okay. Now, of course, that's going to work on the core, the bigger muscles of the body. Okay. So it also stretches the spine and helps to relieve any stress and compression through the nervous system and the facet joints, where the nervous system comes through and out into the body. All right, so this is a very good one that can be done every day. And if you need a little energy, this is a wonderful exercise. So you round on the exhale, draw the navel in and up. And then as you inhale, this would be, I call it holy cow, but it's actually cow. Okay, so you have a little sway in the low back, mid back, upper back. Okay, so that's the inhale. You can hold the backs of your thighs, or you can have your hands here, and that's more intense. You will feel work going on here. If it bothers the back, ease off. Just don't go as far into the movement, but it is very good for a flexible spine, resilience through the spine. So I'm going to go ahead and hold here for now, and then round. Now, when you do this, also, it's important to engage the PC muscle, the pubiococcygeal muscle that slings from the pubic bone to the tailbone. So you lift that up, and that automatically lifts and hollows out the abdominals, which is important for core strength because you're working all the layers within, 4 layers of abdominals. You know, the transverse abdominis, which comes from the pubic bone to the hip bones, the rectus abdominis, which comes from the sternum to the pubic bone, and then the oblique. So we're going to work on that first, but this also strengthens the back. So you will exhale here, engage the perineum, and then release the perineum and inhale forward. All right, so I'm just going to do a few of these. Engage the perineum, which is also known as a Kegel. Men should do it also because it for prostate health. Okay, so you inhale. Health, when we are healthy, we feel good and we don't have stress. All right, so you inhale forward and then exhale back. You engage the perineum and then inhale and then exhale. Okay, so that's one thing that can be done. And also, if you have trouble with the back, this is also an excellent exercise where you bring the legs up and just tap the toes. Now you could do one leg and then the other. Now my head is down now, and it feels better to my neck. But that is something that can be done also to strengthen all of the muscles that are so important to our balance and gravity. That's another one. And also, now to strengthen the back of the body, if you can be on your hands and come into bridge pose, which strengthens the back and the gluteus. And the glutes are the largest muscle group in the body. Okay, so strengthening the glutes helps us to move. All right, if that's not working for someone because of shoulder issues, then they can be on their back and do this. Now you're going to strengthen the glutes, you're going to strengthen the back. You can just come to the bottom of the ribs, or you can come a little further up. Okay, that is one thing. And then you want to also stretch and strengthen the back. So I've got my right hand behind me, my left hand here, and I would inhale. And just to stretch the iliopsoas, this is important too, because if we sit a lot, drive a lot, These muscles get very tight and will pull the pelvis out of alignment and give us back problems, backaches. You know, if you sit a lot, that creates compression in the spine, but also will tighten up the iliopsoas, these muscles here, and the muscles along the spine, especially if we're rounding. So we want to keep the chest up. So this will help us to open up the frontal body and strengthen the back of the body. So the legs are like in a W shape, and with your right hand behind you, or if you need to be on your back, you can still do this. Just lift here and stretch and open up the psoas, the iliopsoas, from here to here, and strengthen the glutes. If you can, come up and then elevate and open the frontal body. This really strengthens the back and stretches the front. So we want to work in balance that way. Now I'm going to show you, tree is probably one of the most popular yoga poses, I think. You see them on all the commercials and things like that. So I'm going to move back so you can see me. Now, can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and then I'm just going to bring one knee in, and you may want something to hold on to, but if not, practice your balance, and then let's open up the hip and then open the knee. You can bring the foot into the inner groin area, or you can bring it to the calf. But the idea is to find perfect balance and then become a tree. So feel rooted into the floor and gaze at a point, drishti, gaze at a, gaze at a point, sorry. Gaze at a point, and that helps to calm and still the mind. So here you are in tree pose, opening the knee, and this opens the hips. All of these movements are designed to balance the nervous system and to quiet the mind. So you breathe long and deep. Okay, and I'm just doing one side for now. Okay, and for homework, those of you that will do it, do the other side. Very important, balance. Okay, so practicing balance, you can do that anytime, washing the dishes, brushing your teeth, standing in line at the bank. You know, just putting your weight on one leg and then lifting the other. Practicing functionality when you put on your shoes or pants, stand up, lift one leg and pull on your pants. That is if you wear pants. Other than that, the breathing that I wanted to show you, which is very calming and can put you to sleep if you need to when you've had a day that's somewhat intense and your mind doesn't want to stop twirling. This will help because all you can think about is the breath. All right. So what you'll do is fully exhale through your nose. Okay. You'll touch the tongue to the upper palate behind the dental ridge, and then you'll inhale 4 parts. So you don't want to strain. You would inhale 1 quarter, 2nd quarter, 3rd quarter, 4th quarter. Now that's a big breath. So if it's too much, again, do not stress or do not strain your lungs. That's important. So you would do that and then exhale through the nose very slow. Okay, so let's try this together. Exhaling completely and at your own pace in 4 equal parts, 1 quarter of your lung capacity. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Slight pause and then exhale through your nose. Let's do that again. At your own pace, 4 parts in. And exhale when you're ready. Exhale all the tidal volume from your lungs so that you can purify the bloodstream, like changing your oil, just like that. So we'll do 2 more cycles of that, 4 parts in. And when you're ready to exhale, do that. You can retain the inhale as long as you don't have unmedicated high blood pressure or glaucoma. And if you're pregnant, be careful with that too. Okay. All right, one more set. Inhale for 4. And then exhale very slow through the nose. And feel how you feel. Just breathe normally now. Okay. So if you do that for 30 seconds, 3 minutes, 10 minutes, you may forget about time. And forgetting about time is really important. Being able to be in the moment is so very important, with no trouble, no worries. And that's liberating to the mind. So to liberate the mind in this body is a beautiful thing. And that's what I would like to see and share with you.
Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Thank you so much. It was so amazing, such a beautiful sequence that you put together, which all of us can do it easily, at home, or don't need different props or anything like that. Very simple sequence with simple breathing and core strengthening exercises. Well, that's what Annette is ordering, prescription of exercise and yoga movements to help de-stress ourselves. The holidays are coming up, try this and let us know. With that, have a great evening, everyone. Anything else you'd like to say, Annette? I'm going to say wrap up the session now.
Yeah. Any questions?
I think it was beautifully done, and we will just, yes, absolutely beautifully done. That's what I personally feel. So thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. And have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye.